can do an intro if you want to. It's 11 people and my mom watching, but I guess I can at least greet them as well. So hello. Hello, everybody. This is the surprise international episode of Captain Casual, trying his best again, in that case against one of the most renowned players of the world, Oliver Pocknell, who was nice enough to join me, a random guy on the internet, just for a casual game of XWing and talking about how we come to make decisions and what we can improve in our personal game style. Yes, thank you so much for coming.
Hey, no problems. It's first of all, it's always really nice for someone to message you and ask, "Oh, can we have a game?" I mean, sometimes you can't answer everyone, like you can't play everyone, but especially with this, it's one of the things that I always try and do with my channel is look at how to improve and get better. So I think it's fantastic that you're doing the same thing on yours. I couldn't say no.
Well, yeah, as you, it's in some sense we are two sides of the same coin. You are very, very good at this, and I'm not. But we are both trying to analyze what we are doing, and also I'm quite fond of singing as well. So
yes,
I enjoyed your musical episode.
Oh yeah, that was I couldn't not do it. So yeah, I went on the recent Thula Squadron podcast, and they said that. That we need to give them a song, so I decided that I would break out the Disney because that is the only appropriate way to do it.
I understand. Very nice. So you brought quite a beefy list.
Yeah, it has a lot of health.
Yeah, that's true. And I'm just trying to get a real quick glance at what you're packed with. We have Trick Shot. Okay, I know that. Bistan from if you're focused. Okay.
So normally Bistan is incredibly scary because it allows Dash to shoot twice.
Yeah.
The problem is with this game is that with Asajj and Power running around, if I get close to either of those, then they can steal my focus away and stop me from double tapping. So I have to be sitting on the focus to shoot the second time.
Okay. And you may you also get around my stress mechanic very nicely. And for transporter codes, after you acquire a lock on an object acquires a lock on you. When has an object ever acquired a lock on anything?
So an object is one of your ships. So if you...
I see. Okay.
If either I target lock you or you target lock me, the first time that this happens, your ship gets a jam token. But it's only a one-time effect. So I normally save it for the first engagement. If you have Lando running around with his free actions, then Dash can have a focus and a target lock, and then when he target locks you, he will jam your focus token away.
Okay, so yeah, we talked really briefly about my list. It's fairly simple. I run Asajj Ventress as it comes. Pelope Godali with the Moldy Crow title to keep those sweet focus tokens, and of course the additional arc for his ability. And then my big ace is Cressis Trellix, equipped with Auto Blasters Marauder to load the BT1. That eventually could allow me to prevent you from actually making any evades at all.
Well, I think the scary thing for this is that both of my ships do not like pointing at you. They're always shooting out the side, and with the Auto Blaster, it's important to note that it's not just in somebody's arc, it is only if I am pointing at you in my front arc. So if I am shooting at you as I normally am, then you will always be getting the critical from the Auto Blaster.
Yeah.
And if Asajj is running around with her stress, then often you just get free hits. Which is bad. I think I'm going to have to spend this game at long range.
Okay. This is sad because that was exactly my plan. And we don't want to have to get this too boring because then there's nothing to talk about.
No, that's fine. I think with the amount of ships on the board, I think there will be some carnage fairly soon. I think
and at
there's
least
a lot of big shots.
We perfectly agreed on that the brief fields are cool.
Yes. See, Dash doesn't care, and Lando has near num, so Lando can clear his stress tokens quickly.
Okay. And I just hope I don't hit too many of them.
You'll be okay. Your ships do not mind if you go over a stress cloud.
Yeah.
Okay, so
just scale those up, and then we can start the placement.
Would you like hits or misses?
Well, I usually are fond of hits, but I never get them, so I would say the probability of me getting a blank is far higher. So I take blank and focus.
All right.
See?
Correct.
That's what you will see from me the entirety of the game. Good. So let's just think real quick. I'm gonna say that I like you to fly first.
Okay, sounds good. And yeah, so because we are not sharing any initiative, so it will be the asteroids that make the difference. Yeah. So what I will do, I think, is I will place this one. I will place this one over here if we are using dash.
Okay. So
would you like me to talk through my thinking of why I'm placing asteroids?
Yes, of course.
So for your list, especially with Asajj, she does not like to travel through small gaps very easily. She likes going through large spaces and just pointing straight at people. So I'm starting to make the board messy. So I put this one at range 3 and range 3 from the edge. So it means that hopefully Dash, as he does not care about the asteroids, can just fly in the middle, and Lando can just travel around the outside.
Okay. So the appropriate response would of course be to give me some space to maneuver, so I take the second largest debris field and place it over here, so I get it out of my path.
Absolutely, and then I will attempt to stop you doing the same, so I will start to fill up your corners with the asteroids, so I will put this one here as well.
And now I think the next largest piece would be not too bad on your side of the board, because I want to separate the board in some way to give you a certain direction which you have to choose.
Exactly. So my thinking here is that I want to, because I'm moving second, I want to provide as many opportunities as possible for you to guess the wrong way.
Okay.
So if I place this here, then you can see you have lots of channels, so you could choose to go left or right or either way. So I will place that in the middle to hopefully give myself a bit of space to hide behind.
Okay, very good. And because I have a nice large area which I could potentially circle with Asajj, I think the last one has to go somewhere else. And because you will probably be a lot in different spaces. Yes?
I was thinking, have you tried here and see if it fits down just in there?
You mean to block you this particular path as well?
More my thinking is with your idea of Asajj having the large open space. If you place it here, then it's difficult for you to enter the space. But if you place it here, then it makes it difficult for me to enter my area. And Asajj has all of this opportunity to fly into here and then make choices.
Okay, I like the suggestion. Let's just keep it that way and see what it can. If this should be the defining factor of who won this game, I will absolutely blame it on you. So,
okay.
That means next thing is that I will have to put all of my ships down. This is not what I hoped for. But alas, it has to be. It simply has to. So let's just say, what do we have here? Large open spaces on either side of the board, so you can go either way. Therefore, this is a nice opening for you to get around here, so you probably would like to start over here, which means that the best spot for me to get you through the asteroid field is to bluff you into thinking that I could actually try to go straight with Pelop, when instead he is of course doing two-turn.
Yep, that makes sense.
And the same thing is true for Crassus as well. I just mind the distance so that I have both options to go with. Yeah, that's my thinking for those. And because Asajj is a little bit more beefy and you will probably try to go for the big prizes first, because, well, as soon as he's gone, lots of the damage potential is away. I think I could present her a little bit more interesting, but since I have the choice if I want to go in this circle to the left or to the right, I might as well start in the middle and choose as soon as I have to.
Yes. Okay. In which case, so normally, if you'd have set up a Sarge in this corner, then I would have set up over here. However, I think because she is in the middle, I am hoping that I will maybe get away with delaying you slightly, or essentially what I would like to do is I would like to pick on each of your ships one by one, as opposed to all at once. So I am going to set up my ships like this because it allows me to slow down Lando on the first turn. Let's make that a 45-degree angle. Yes, that's good. So if I set them up basically touching, nice, and they will go there. Okay, and because of the big ship rule, it means that I can deploy technically over the edge of the rage ruler.
Okay.
Because the back of my base is touching the edge of the board.
I see. Then just shuffle the damage deck so nobody tries to put any bad.
And as we are here, let us also, because it is fun, I'll get this out. Because it is fancy. I may at least do some advertising.
Yeah, of course. Please, we all have to care for our brand these days.
Exactly. All right. I think that is all good. Right. I will get some tokens out, and I think there is, because there is a new version of TTS. There was a way to cycle through the attack dice and change the dice that you use.
Okay.
I will read that later, but there was a.
You mean in appearance?
Yes, I forgot how to do that. It was in the patch notes. I'll look at that later, so we can play with. They have added all the different styles of dice.
I see.
That you can win. So I will have a look at that and sort that out. But anyway, ships are deployed. So to dials. Let's start the timer and off we go.
Okay.
Okay. There we go. That's fine. Right, where is the updates? Here we go. New dice looks okay. Underneath both dice, there is an object that says 1-6 original that can be altered from 1 to 6.
Okay.
Maybe? No? 1, 2, 3. No? Not sure. I don't know. Oh, found it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there we go. So we have black regional dice, white regional dice. We have the world's dice. We have the sparkly dice, and we have the marble dice. I think it would be rude not to go for the world's dice.
Okay.
There we go.
Very good. Then
fancy dice.
I just start with my entire list, I suppose.
Yes, I have no system phase. I don't think you have any system phase.
No, it's all start of engagement.
Okay, so over to you.
Very good. Then let's just start with Pelop.
Okay.
Who's going in for turn 2. And in the particular case that he still has some time left, he will go for a red boost. And therefore take a stress, just because I want to be a bit quicker and I can rid of it easily. Then comes Krasix. He does a turn 3, which also leaves him the possibilities of going either way later.
Yep.
If I don't boost right now, which I won't, and therefore I just think I take the mandatory focus token, so I just don't give too much away. Oh, that was Pelop, sorry. And then we have Sarge finally, who takes her time and wants to see what you are doing, and therefore also takes the mandatory. Let's say we take a mandatory evade token nowadays.
Okay, so with as you have not committed either way yet, because the Sarge can come in here and we can still turn in with Krasix, I will let Lando go first and just crash. Just waits for things to happen. And then Dash will go to here.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he is happy where he is. I could barrel roll, but I think that is a bad decision. So
okay.
Yeah, I will just stay there and do
good.
this.
Nice quick first turn.
Nice and easy.
Nice. Then all we have to do is to keep it like that.
Yeah, I think this shouldn't be too hard for the first couple of turns. Let us see. Cool. Yeah.
And then oops. And I think we just check one thing and yeah, I think that works. Okay.
Okay, after you.
Yeah, thank you. It's Pelop again. Flying the 2 straight, getting rid of his stress token. And you will probably not move in very fast, so I think I will leave it with my first 2 keep focus token. And then comes Crisis, which takes like this, bumps on Massage, but oh, I forgot to take away the focus and the tokens.
No
I'm so
problems.
sorry, that was not my intention.
I always forget this, so you're in good company.
Okay, and then finally Asaj takes a turn 3 to the right. And as an action, she is turning. Oh, look at this! Now I suddenly have 2 firing arcs. Just take this one away. She turns a firing arc to the left as her action.
There we go. Palop has lost his.
That's true.
So I think, which way do we want to do things? I'm not sure. Do I want to do? No, I think that is a. I'm just considering my options here. I think because to show you my thinking,
yes.
Dash has done a hard one to the left.
Okay.
So it will put me about here, and I think I will have the option to be in range of Asaj. So I will move Dash first to C. So obviously his ability ignores the asteroid. At which point I do not think I'm in range, because I was considering barrel rolling him before he moved. Because if I barrel roll him first, then I can clear the stress with Kanan and then take a target lock and a focus with Lando's ability, which is pretty good. But we will stay there and we will take a focus like this, and then Lando himself will go 3 forwards. He will trigger his ability on himself to take a focus token, and then after he has taken a focus, he will use his normal action to boost to there. So he will be stressed, and there we go, stress and focus.
Right.
Okay.
Then you may measure firing arcs.
Yes, so let us check. Lando is clearly out. He is left and right, so he is not shooting. And this one is the interesting one. Yes, so we are shooting at Asaj. Maybe I should have tried the target lock, but I did not want to risk it if it was out of range, because as soon as I target lock an asteroid, I waste my jam. So, and also I think when I shoot with jam, I do not want to jam Asaj, I want to jam Crassus. Because both Palop and Asaj have ways of still modifying their attacks. Anyway, so shooting, we will go with Dash. So he has 4 shots normally, but then he is shooting through the asteroid, so he has 5.
And range 3 means 4 dice.
Range 3,
Asaj, yes.
Asaj has 4. So let us see what happens. He has 4 dice. Oof, not good. That's fine. I will spend my force to hit twice.
So let's see, and I'm safe with 2 evades.
Nice.
Okay.
So there we go, and Sarge has a shot back.
That's true. Let's just see to the left, and that's also the same game. In her case, it's only 2 dice because of her mobile firing arc, and she goes with a hit focus, and she spends one of her force tokens to turn this into a hit as well.
Okay, Dash will also have 4. Whoop. Let us roll these and see what happens. Yep, spend the focus and be safe. Okay.
Good.
No damage. Back to dials. Cool. Okay. Yeah, I should have target locked. Yeah. I think whilst it would be nice to do a couple of damage with it being range 3, there's probably not much chance of doing a lot of damage there. Okay. There we go.
Okay. Yes, that. And this one. If it should work. But the thing is, I always, since I talked about it, what's the least you would expect? No, just kidding. Okay. So I think I'm done.
Okay.
And we can just go through the motions again. Let's start with Pelop, who's doing a bank one and keeps losing his firing arc.
It's very strange.
Let's say that I want to. Did it left? I actually have no idea if I ever adjusted it to the left.
Yeah, the Pelop arc I think was to the left.
Then I will just use by the combined power. I will try to get a target lock on dash render. Let me just see if that work with the front arc.
Should be fine. Yes.
It's range 3. Oh my god, that was
okay.
That
so
was
because you take a target lock, I then get to jam on Pelop. So what I will do is I will choose to jam the focus token. You may keep the target lock, but I will jam the focus.
Okay. So the focus is gone. And I will use also the linked ability to rotate his firing arc to the front.
Nice. Okay.
And take a stress for that.
Out of interest, with his front arc already counts as a firing arc, so you.
Oh, you're right. I always forget the moldy crow.
So you may, if you'd like to rotate it to the side or just not have a stress token.
I think I will rotate it to the right and take the stress.
Nice.
So I cover more ground.
That makes sense.
Same result.
Okay.
Good. Then comes Crosses, who has finally decided to make a move. And your firing arc will probably be exactly where I don't want it to be. And therefore I will take it. If he stays there, he won't do anything. That's also not good. Let's just say I go for the boost.
Okay.
Let's just say I go for the boost. Could still work out in some way or the other. And finally, we have Asajj going a turn 2.
Around the corner, yes.
And the only question is, I surely want to use my ability, but I also would like to get a shot off. But since my ability only allows you to get a stress, and you have a pretty good mechanic for that, in the case that I get you in my primary fire arc once, I take the target lock.
That makes sense.
On let me just let this so
you
it goes
can
orderly.
Choose either one.
I will choose Dash Ranger for the target lock. And keep it like this. And your turn.
Cool, so I think we will start off with Lando. So Lando goes to here, clears his stress with Near Numb. And that is a question. I'm not sure. See, I cannot take a focus because Pelop. So I think what I would like.
Just range 3.
This is
always
true.
a little bit unsure.
Nah, this is range 2. Range 2
I'm just
is
talking you into it. I don't know.
range 2 is about there.
Okay.
So we will check that later, see if I'm correct. But so my thinking here is I can either boost with Lando, and then I have the option to get a trick shot into Asajj. Alternatively, I can use his ability to give dash an action. I think I prefer this, so what I am going to do is I'm going to use Lando's ability on dash, so I will just check range and see. So go to range 3. I will trigger the ability to allow dash to focus. So dash will take a focus action, and then Lando himself will take a target lock, and Lando will target lock onto Asajj.
Alright.
Oh no, he's going to target lock onto Palop because he will get the trick shot onto Palop.
Okay.
And then Dash himself will do a turn like this. He obviously has the target locks, he cannot do anything about that. However, he will then himself take a target lock. So just check for range, and he also has Palop, so he will take a target lock onto Palop because I do not like him. And
the poor guy.
As he, for this turn, has no focus token, I will attempt to take him off the board as quickly as possible. Okay.
Only understandable, which means you start to shoot at me.
Well, start of combat first.
That's true. Let's see. I have 2 possible effects. Let's just check on Palop's right arc, because I can. And it would have been... See? Range 3.
Oh,
what have I told you?
I need to play more on TTS and less on Vassal.
But there's nothing for sure in Asajj's mobile firing arc.
Yes. So, yeah, because it's only the mobile. So
it's only the mobile.
Okay. In which case, we will start off with... I think we start off with Dash. Because Lando is... Yeah, so... We start off with Dash, and Dash's first shot is going to be at Palop. No, the first shot will be at Asajj. So I will fire with 4 dice at Asajj, and versus 2. Okay, not bad. I will spend the force for a hit crit,
which I will proudly defend with 1 evade, and I can't do anything about the rest, so that costs me 2 shield. Yes.
So no criticals, that is fine. Okay, and then Bistan will activate because I am still having a focus token. I get to shoot a second time at a different target, so I will shoot 4 dice into Palop.
Okay.
So, and I will spend my target lock. So Dash's target lock is gone. Sorry, I did not reroll the other one. Reroll this. Hello, bunny.
Okay.
3 hits, not bad.
3 dice against it. And come on. Ooh.
That hurts.
Yeah. Okay. First blood.
Okay. And then, so he still has his focus. And Lando? Lando will go left and right. He will fire with trick shot into Palop. So 4 dice. And I will reroll 3. Spend the target lock. Just 2. Hit and crit.
Okay.
And
obstructed range 3. That means 4 dice, right? Yeah. Ui.
What's the...
That's not good. As I said, blanks is my personal flavor. So that means I receive... How much was it for?
2 more.
2 more. Which is sufficient, sadly.
Jeez,
and,
that's... yeah, that
had a very short... Very short game.
Not expected.
So he's taking a shower already, while the girls are still... No, that's not true. I used to fly Koshka, that's why I...
yes.
Okay.
He is in the escape craft.
So that leaves me with Asajj to fire on you. In her front arc, I have a target lock on dash render, so it's only reasonable that I'm trying to use it for 3 dice and let's see if I'm equally lucky with my attacks. I am not, so therefore the target lock from Pelop is also done. So I will invest the target lock from Hurt You. You know what? For everything. What's the one focus good for? Let's spend 1 for an additional hit.
Okay, I will roll 2 and off. Well, I will spend the focus. I think whoever is in charge of the gremlins inside the TTS dice machine, we need to talk to them and tell them off.
The only game where I actually rolled decent defense dice when one where I had 5 set wins with Deadman Switch, where I actually wanted them to explode and they always evaded. It was infuriating. Let's just check for Cressis one time. If there's something in his front arc. Oh yes, dash render.
There we go.
And at least one, not the damage card, thank you very much.
Yep.
So it's his regular front 3, unmodified, 1 hit.
Just the one.
Just the one.
Okay, well, I will roll 4 dice to the asteroid.
Range 3, yeah.
There is evades. Okay.
Okie dokie.
Rude.
So we can proceed.
Okay. Yeah, I think that is not usual.
Well, at least so far, I'm in the position where I intended to be. I cannot tell if it would have been the optimal position, but at least I formulated a plan, and I apparently achieved to stick to it.
I really like Asajj. I really like Crassus, and honestly, I really liked Palop. I think the only thing that you probably maybe would have done differently is if Palop had taken a focus token here.
Yeah.
Because if knowing that you would maybe lose the token from the jam, I think it's safer to get rid of the jam with Asajj, as she has her force to back her up.
Okay.
But on the same side of the coin, you do not expect to roll 7 blanks in a row and lose Palop in 2 shots. So it is.
It's true.
Ooh, my rabbit is doing zooms.
Oi!
He is running around the room. Okay. Okay, so now we have to work out, because Asajj is still a problem, and I'm just about to receive lots of critical hits that I cannot block, so I need to think about what to do about this situation. I think we will do this. Keeping guns on target is a good idea. Right. Yeah, it is always slightly tough, because you know that with one bad turn of shooting, things with 2 agility explode, and I'm waiting for the turn, because there is always a turn in the game where Dash decides that he is not going to roll evades. So it will come soon. He is getting trapped into a corner. Okay.
All right. Just one more second.
Oh, no problem.
And I think. I mean, what can go wrong?
Yeah. Nothing.
Okay, let's just go for it.
All right. Ready
I
when
will
you are.
activate Cressis, and I take the safe route, but I would still have the opportunity to boost if I wanted to, but this time I want to get my shots off if able, so therefore I'm gonna take a focus.
Yeah.
And Asajj is going for the risky maneuver.
Ooh, that will do. I mean, it bumps, but she's in the right place.
Especially considering the firing arc, it was quite a decent choice to be here.
Dash is
and no action, but hey, she has the force.
Yes. So, who will we do first? I think we will go with Dash first, because it allows me to get into range of Lando. He will turn around the corner, and, well, I think we will just take a focus. There we go. Lando will do a 1 bank, and as it is blue because of the N, I think it would be rude not to take a focus and a target lock. And just attempt to put as much damage into Asajj as possible.
Alright.
So,
but now comes her fearsome ability. where she actually has in her mobile firing arc and leaves you dash render and leaves you the choice to either get rid of your focus token, because I spent the force, to either get rid of the focus or to take a stress.
I think in this situation, I will take a stress. My thinking here is that it is likely that I will crash into Asajj next turn anyway.
I see.
So I do not mind doing a slower move and just accepting the crash, because this turn, especially as I'm getting shot by two things, or at least I will get shot by Crassus. If I keep my focus, then I can shoot both of them, and I think that is more worthwhile. The stress is very painful for Dash, because his dial is terrible when he is stressed.
Is there anything blue on it?
There is not many. So if you cannot select it.
No. But
yeah, there is only 4 blue moves. 1 forward, 2 forward, and 1 banks.
I see.
Okay, so
that were my movement and actions, and now come your shots.
Okay, so I will do my first shots into Crassus. I always tend to do this with dashes. The first shot is a bonus, so it does not matter what I roll. I will only ever use the force to modify it. I should not use the focus.
Okay.
Because then if I really want to spend the focus on my next attack, then... So for this, it is unlikely to do any damage, so I will just keep my focus for defense.
I see.
So just the one hit.
Defend against the one. Come on, do it.
Oh, no. Come on.
And I take a shield damage.
You need heroic.
Yeah, sure. It's scum. I love scum. I always have. That's my biggest problem by becoming very, very good in XWing.
And I think what I will do is I will then use Dash's double tap ability with the focus to shoot to range 1, so only 3 dice.
Makes sense.
And now I will spend the force token and keep the eyeball for defense.
And therefore I have 2 dice. And those
that's better.
give me at least 1, so that's 2 damage cards for Asajj. 1 and 2 brings her down to 6 points of hull.
Alright, and then Lando will get angry, so range 1 with 4 dice. Okay. Oh, wow. Oh, well, I will spend the focus, and that will do.
And 2 additional defense rolls, which do not betray me this time. Okay, so it's only it's a hit and a crit. Okay,
a hit and a crit. Yes. Asajj is starting to finally get the evade dice.
My luck, it is console fire.
It's not terrible. That's okay.
Yeah, let's see.
There we go.
You can die from that.
This is true.
Asajj will start things off, and if this would be, I mean, we consider this a real game, so therefore my best choice is to get 1 ship to half points. Okay, that's my objective. And since I see Dash in the best possible situation to do so, I think I will just try to focus my fire on him for the time being.
I agree. I think a lot of people would take the opportunity to shoot Lando at range 1. However, because you have 2 good shots into Dash, I would always take the combined firepower. Especially considering Dash's options for next turn. You are going to be able to shoot Dash for a few turns in a row.
Okay.
Whereas Lando can just escape.
Very good. Therefore, I'd start with 2 dice for Asajj. And a little lag. And we have 2 focus. And since...
you should still have the extra force. So
No, I used 1. I used it for the ability. But you know what? I need only 1 next turn if everything goes as I plan. So therefore,
you have 1 more dice because you're at range 1.
That's true. May I re-roll this one?
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Hey, there we go.
That's sportsmanship. Very good. So it's a hit and a crit because I used the force.
Okay, so I might as well spend my focus. So I will take a shield.
Okay. And finally, Crassus. Let's see. It's his regular primary firing arc weapon again with 3 dice. He has a focus token to back it up if required, but he does not require it because he rolls just critical damage.
And
he doesn't do the regular damage.
Dash likes evading.
Good. So the focus is not required any longer, and we can proceed with the planning.
Okay, so the end of round, I will regen force. Sarge will regen force.
That's true.
There we go.
Whoop, whoop.
Okay,
so he's mostly going. Dash is mostly going straight forward with his moves?
Mostly, but you have to always remember Kanan. Because if I want to, I can decide to spend the force and do a white maneuver.
I understand.
However, if I want to just rely on the force for shooting, I can do a slow blue move and then save my force for later.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that will do.
And then we go. Best thing, target lock from Lando. Best thing. That's fairly simple. I want you to be close to me. Okay. Very good. I'm done.
Alrighty then.
Yeah.
Let us go.
Yep. Crassus goes 1 blue straight because he absolutely needs to have his focus token. He cannot bump this turn. And because I have a high probability of dash render being in my firing arc, perhaps, maybe even the auto blaster, who knows, I just play it safe. And Asajj will try to be your blocker for today. So that possibly you don't get to use any additional actions. And since she also has an ability, but she does not intend to be shooting at dash, because in best cases they bump, what she's gonna do is she will rotate her arc.
Okay.
So possibly to use her ability on Lando, if possible.
Okay. She can also use her ability at range 0. So if dash crashes into you, you could give him a stress again.
That is true. That is actually quite true. Good choice. That would mean I could use the synergy of you know what?
Yeah,
then I take a target lock on Lando if you allow it, and
for sure.
And I
so
will
move that back there.
Leave the thing as it is, because then maybe later. I placed it on you. Okay, you just go for it. I'm just ordering my tokens.
So there was a really good thing to do there, because I forgot. I did not read my cards because Kanan will only clear the stress if I complete my move.
Okay.
So I will keep the stress token because I cannot clear it with a 3 unless I complete the 3. So that is
useful to me.
Yeah, and it's a new list, so I was not as familiar with it. Because my thinking was that I could then do this move with Lando, and I could maybe get dash to barrel roll and move him up here, but I forgot that I cannot clear the stress.
Oh.
So what I will do with Lando, I will take a focus, and as I already have the target lock, sorry, that is not a focus, I will focus and rotate, so use his ability on himself to carry on shooting Asajj, because she needs to die.
Okay.
So,
then start of engagement, that's my 1 force token. I will use her force in order to force you to take another stress.
Yep, 2 stress for a dash. So dash is not very happy.
Banks up. And maybe eventually we get that Crassus shots I'm dreaming of. But first of all, I think Lando is shooting.
Yes, so, well, before I shoot Lando, I will do dash, because he will take the trick shot at Crassus. And this is why I think force is super broken on most ships, because I crashed, I have 2 stress, but I still get an eyeball. However, I only get 1 eyeball, so I will save my eyeball for defense. So Lando will then shoot. So we will go for Lando into Asajj, fronts and backs. Range 2, so 3 versus 2. And 3 dice. Eyeball, and hit, so I will spend my focus token.
Okay. And I have 2
Hey.
fates. Yay, it comes back.
Okay.
So in the end, the statistic has to work, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Palab died too easily. So.
Yeah. So, since only Crassus has its shot this turn.
Also, we will do the console fire for Asajj.
You're true. Because she could have engaged.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see. How's the cockpit doing? He's doing fine.
This is fine.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I imagine her right now. Let's see. What does the almighty chat say? Are you range 3 or 2?
I am range 3.
You're range 3. Ah, that's too bad. So I have to use my regular weapon.
It's a shame, because otherwise it is just 2 automatic damage.
And I will use those dice and have a focus token to back it up, but I don't need to hit crit.
Okay, and
but everything is in order.
Dash says all of the evades.
Very good.
Right, I need to get Dash out of trouble. He is not enjoying life.
Okay. So, proceeding. 1 focus token, that is not required. And also the force regenerates on Asajj.
Yes.
So maybe we can continue to perform this little circus act.
Yeah, this is true.
And for my next trick, okay, I'm set.
All right, let's do it.
Good. Crassus, same thing as last turn. He needs that focus token, so he's playing safe. And I hope that Asajj will be able to perform the trick twice. But this time I will rotate her arc to the back in any case.
Okay.
And Yod.
Cool. So we will go with Dash first. Now this is an interesting scenario because normally I would clear the stress with Kanan. However, my thinking here, and it's I would just I don't think we will go to time in this game, but I'm doing 2 things here. I'm deliberately pointing at Crassus so that you cannot use the Auto Blaster to get 3 hits.
I understand.
And also, I am deciding to accept another stress because I have set up Dash so that he can carry on running away all the way to this corner of the board.
Are you actually? No, I think Crassus is out of the firing arc. I mean, just by the smallest of margins.
Oh no, you are correct. I cannot shoot him. However, because the Auto Blaster does not depend on your firing arc, it depends on your front.
Yeah.
So I've managed to turn off the Auto Blaster, and I am going to accept the extra stress because I would like to keep the force for defense.
Yeah, sure. I guess it's against the Mandalorian code to shoot at enemies that have the bravery to face you in battle.
Exactly.
Auto blatters. Yeah.
Exactly. And as Lando has done a blue move, what will he do? He could shoot Crassus here. I think I will continue to shoot Asajj, but for later I will turn my arc sideways.
Okay.
So I will turn my arc sideways and take a focus token. Like so. Okay.
I see. Then I'm gonna... Am I really gonna use it? I mean, at this point, you are still on 2 stress.
Yes.
You won't relieve yourself of more than 1, in the best case. So I think, actually, I will keep the force to regenerate up to 2, or to use it for the shot.
Because you're only on 4 health, I think this is sensible.
I mean, since I can't even use the Auto Blaster, there's not such a big point.
Yes. Okay. So I will. Yeah, let us do Dash first. Why not? I will shoot at range 1 into Asajj. So arc. There we go. 1, 2, 3. I think Dash needs to survive this turn. But also I would really like to hit a Sarge, so as there is a critical hit there, I would not have spent that if that was not a critical, but the chance of getting a good crit, your odds of getting 2 symbols are lower, so I will try for the crit.
Okay.
And spend the force.
And the crit will go through. Let me think about probabilities real quick. That means she will be at only 3 hull remaining. And in a normal scenario, as far as I understand, that should give her at least 2 turns, if the dice rolls are not entirely off. Would you suggest to prevent that 1 additional damage? Because I think there's not that much of a difference between 4 and 3. It's still probably 2 turns.
Normally no. However, you also have Lando shooting you and the console fire. So I think in this case, a Sarge could die very quickly. So I would actually spend the force because I think Crassus will do the damage here, and a Sarge is just there to.
And it could be a directed.
Exactly.
We don't know yet.
That is all the cards.
All the cards. So, and it is a directed.
Yeah. So that could have been, but that could have been very bad. There we go. Okay, and then Lando. So he will go. Nope, not that one. He will go sides. Still has a Sarge, so we'll shoot at a Sarge. So 3 versus 3. He will spend his target lock and spend his focus for 3 hits.
Admirable. And now comes the moment of truth, and it is actually 2 points of damage.
Okay.
And that was that for a Sarge. Wow, and you are really quick. Whew. Okay.
It is, so that is the thing, because if you have managed to get the 2 evades there, then spending the force could save her life, and then it's worth it.
Okay.
Okay,
but I won't back down. Yeah, Crassus is still on the hunt.
On. He has 4 dice. He has a focus.
Wrong? Yeah, that's his hour. I mean, when if not now? And he
Hey, there we go. Okay.
Quadra hit.
So Dash has 2.
Half points.
Almost half. So 3 shields and 1 more to go.
Okay. So I could get half points out of this.
Yes.
Would be already an honor. Let's see.
Nah, you have half an hour to go. You will easily get half points.
I clicked undo. I clicked undo. So there you go. And stay where you are.
Now this is
it appears that I now have to act smart, which is not my strong suit. And I have focus token left over. What's the best way? Yeah, I think that's it. I'm now in a position where, because I wanted those 2 focus tokens, I now don't have too many options. I mean...
Yeah, this is true. Well, 2 seconds. Can we just pause for a sec?
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you. My fiance has just got home. I'm just going to say hi and then I'll...
Oh, yeah, sure you do.
Sure thing.
Da hat er mich ja ganz schön böse rangenommen. Jetzt muss ich ja mal kurz, also, wo wir unter uns sind, ne? Meine Güte. Eieieiei. Was, ich meine, die Abfuhr war ja zu erwarten. Ne? Gar keine Frage. Aber ich hab die Hoffnung, wenn ich die halben Punkte von Dash krieg, ey, dann feiere ich bis morgen früh. Da geht gar nichts mehr. Jetzt gucken wir mal, ob er den 3 Turn kommen sieht. Aber ich meine, der Grasis ist noch verhältnismäßig gut dabei. Noch 3 Schilde, noch 6 Hülle. Der schießt bestimmt noch 1-2 Mal auf den Dash. Also, unrealistisch ist es nicht. Ich meine, kriegen wir Chance auch nicht. Aber man kann es immerhin versuchen. So, was haben wir da Schönes? Wir haben eine Nachricht. Ich werde jetzt erstmal geflissentlich ignorieren. Ich kann sie nicht geflissentlich ignorieren. Das ist Sack. Ich habe aber auch wieder bescheiden gewürfelt, mein lieber Scholli. Ah, habt ihr die Blanks gezählt? Captain Blank hätte ich mich nennen sollen. Meine Güte. Was hab ich denn noch für Optionen?
Okay. Thank you.
Oh, no problem.
Right, let us restart the clock.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. I am good to go when you are.
I am. I hope I am. I feel ready.
Okay.
I take the turn 3, and since I'm so eager to look for that points of half of dash. I go for the focus.
Awesome. Okay, so...
In best case, he's in my arc. In worst case, well, he might come again.
I guessed the wrong way, so okay. I am in your arc. I think I will have to spend Caden here, so I will spend Caden and get rid of a stress. And then Lando, wasn't sure, so I decided to go over here. So he does not hit the rock. He can provide an action. Does he boost? No, I think the first thing he will attempt to do is to attempt to target lock. So, left and rights. He is in range.
Oh, well
so
seen.
He will get a target lock, and then he will focus instead of boosting. Right. So, Lando will go second, I think. So I will go for dash first, and...
range 2.
It is also obstructed, so I will get 5 dice. But with no modifications, there's no force. However, apparently this turn he does not need them. That is 4 hits.
And because of the obstruction, I still have 3 in range 2. I have a focus token to back it up if I need to, but I don't have to.
He does not like rolling eyeballs.
That means you were on 3 hits, 1 crit, so that is factually 3 shields.
Okay.
3 little shields.
And then Lando will attempt the same through the dice, so through the rock, so 4 dice. But you also get 4. Oh, I missed that one. That is not a crit. We will roll that one. Okay, and I will spend the target lock for... Ooh, and yeah, spend the eyeball on this. Okay. So, another 4.
And that's terrible. I won't spend the focus on that ridiculous little evade. No, I won't. I want that shot. I want that one shot. Give me that one shot. So it's 4 damage, right? Or how many crits?
Just the 1.
Just 1 crit. Okay, so it's 3 damage, 1 crit, right?
Yeah, 3 damage, 1 crit.
Yeah, okay.
Come on, I believe in Crassus, he can do it.
And it is a disabled power regulator. Okay, so I receive 1 iron token. Let me just see. Medium base is only affected with 2 tokens, right?
Yes, so you still have 1 more turn before the iron.
Okay. So, Now the question is, because you are range 2...
I have a stress.
And I get to re-roll one of my dice because of Marauder. And I get to re-roll one of my dice because... Can I use the Auto Blaster now?
Yeah,
yeah,
because you are Crassus.
Okay. So that's 1, 2, right? Is it?
It is 3 die. Oh no, because it's 2 because no bullseye.
Yeah, it's 2. But it is
2
2
crits.
hits, and I can turn. You are still stressed, so I can turn one of them into a crit with BT1.
So that is automatic half points. There we go.
Where is it?
And it is 8.
Ah, see, I'm so not used to crits.
Oh no!
Whee!
Okay, so that is
get the crit through.
The hits and the crits.
And it's a loose stabilizer. Okay.
So Dash has to go straight.
Very good. Okay, so that's almost it. Let's see what else we can get out of this.
Hey, we have half points at Dash.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's a pleasure to and it's also so fast. I wouldn't have imagined.
I was not expecting this to be so fast as well. I think the your green dice had some play in that.
No, not the overall how the game turned out, but also the speed of the gameplay. I enjoy very much.
Yeah. So I think it depends, because when I'm flying the aces with repositions, sometimes I have to think a lot. But when we are using these larger bases, it is easier to understand where they will end up. So it's when you're not flying against 7 ships, it's a lot easier to plan the moves. Okay, good to go.
Okay, just give me 1 second. I just
Sorry,
had an idea. No.
Carry on.
What is the wisest? I think. Okay. Now I'm decided. Okay, I go with Crassus, and I take this move over here.
Okay.
The talent roll, and I want to. The buttons are so small. I want to go here, I suppose, and I take a stress for it, because the last thing that I want to do now is just to follow up on Lando's trail of destruction.
Yep. Let's see. Right. Well, I think normally I would not do this, but at this point I'm doing this for fun. So what I will do is I will spend Kaden and clear the stress.
Yeah.
And then I will take a focus as my action. And I will take a damage because I did the turn from the loose stabilizer. There we go. And then Lando will do a 3 bank. And he will use his ability to allow Dash to barrel roll. And I will get into range of shooting. Because I can. And then I will take a stress for doing the barrel roll. And then Lando will... I think he will boost himself. So he will do a straight boost. There we go. And take a stress. Alright. So Dash will then have a go and see if I can kill you before you fire back. So 2 health remaining.
That's 2 health remaining.
All right, let's see. So we have 4 dice.
No mods, only dice.
Right, let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no. So I will spend the eyeball that I took, and that is 3.
And I have 2 blanks and an evade.
There he goes. Dash goes for the initiative kill.
I congratulate Lou. It's really I mean, it looks so simple when you do it. But no, really. It's, I mean, wow.
That was a fun game. I think it was a little bit one-sided in terms of the dice, but I think overall there was a lot to. I think you actually flew that quite well.
Thank you very much.
What your plans for your ships were and everything else.
Yeah, Yeah, the thing is, so it's 25 minutes on the clock. Let's just have a little final chat, if you allow.
Yeah, let's do it.
I think I went through a lot of lists, and this is the one that particularly got stuck with me, just because it allows you to make a mistake now and then, usually, because you can take a hit, you can take 2 hits, and you are still in the game. When I started out, I always wanted to do the Fang Fighters, and I ended up getting horribly murdered just because I was always in the enemy's firing arc, and usually at range 1 as well. And would you suggest for a player of my skill level to start with beefy lists, just to get used to making a mistake and living through it?
I think my best suggestion, I think it depends what you are looking for from the game. I think a lot of people are looking to play to learn the game and get better. A lot of people are looking to play the game to have fun while playing. I think if you're that kind of person who is happy with your skill level and would just like to play, and you're at a basic level, then I think flying ships with the Force and flying ships with abilities such as Palops will be really beneficial, because, as you say, it has lots of hull, you always have actions. It makes it easy for you to fly. If you are looking to get better at the game fast, the first thing that I would recommend that you fly is ships with almost no reposition actions. So X-Wings, flying 5 X-Wings is a really good list to learn the game.
Okay.
Because what you can do is you get used to flying the ships themselves. There is no special things, you just get used to flying the ships. And because there is 5 of them, you have to fly them relatively well in formation and trap people in corners and go around the asteroids. So yeah, if you want to get better, a list like that is one of the ways that you will learn fast, because it will be very easy when someone understands how to play the game against you, and you fall into the trap and you end up sort of facing the wrong way. Then you can see, okay, where did I go wrong in that game?
It's great that you say that, because unknowingly you answered my second question, because most people tell you, well, one of the ways to get good at X-Wing is look at the meta, look for a tournament sufficient list, and start learning this one. Play with the power first, so you get accustomed to it before you actually try to build lists on your own. How do you see it? I mean, because when I think to play a Boba and Fen Rao, I probably wouldn't even know what to do with it.
So I think if you are a beginner player, if you're a new player, or even if you're a player that is sort of average but has not been playing the game that long, I think taking on a ship like Fen and Boba is one of the worst things you can do, because there is so many things to remember, and as well as this, looking at one of the best things to do to get better is to watch games as well. But when you watch games, it is very easy to miss all of the important small things that a player flying Fen and Boba well will do, because there is a lot of small things that you have to remember at the exact times to use the bombs. So I think it's taking the good tournament list down to your local store and beating people up with it. It's not a very good way to. It's a good way to lose friends. But it's. I don't think it is a good way to improve. I think to improve your skills at X-Wing, you should improve them with a normal list, especially one that you enjoy flying. So if you do not like X-Wings, then fly lots of TIE fighters or something like that. And then once you've flown that for a while and you feel like you can do well and fly well against people with a list like that, then you go and you take the really good list and you realize how much better you are with the really good list. So I mean, if you're going to a tournament, sure, take the good list, but don't
learning
practice
and getting used to it is better with wheels on, so to speak.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time, for the nice game, and for the little chit chat. once again, I was fairly surprised that you were so willingly in my joining in my little endeavor. But as I said, it's very nice to see that, and that's the last thing that I want to add. When I first started to play in this league, I noticed that if you compare it to other tabletop games, like for example Warhammer 40k, I almost always met nice people, and I think that's the best thing that I took away from playing in this tabletop simulator league and getting to know those XWing players over the internet, because the community seems really healthy and nice and helpful to each other.
It's the best group of people that I have met, and I think it's for anyone who has started playing, just playing on the internet. I would say to everyone that is doing that, don't be afraid to go to your first event in real life when all of this restarts, because it is one of the best things you can do. For the last 5 years now, I've spent my free time traveling around the world playing XWing, and I have met so many wonderful people. So you don't have to travel to America to play, but definitely go down to your local store and meet the people there, because I guarantee they will be friendly.
Okay. Then all I can say is have a nice evening, have a good time. I wish you all the best for your upcoming games. Of course, I will be personally behind the stream when you try to defend your World Championship, of course. And somewhere out there's a casual player rooting for you, and probably more than one. Hey. And then all that I can say is thanks for coming, and have a nice night.
No problem. Have a good one.
Okay. Goodbye.
Bye.